What are the housing market trends right now? I just read an article on real estate market trends, and it said that houses are still selling within 2 weeks despite high mortgage rates. I wanted to believe this article fully, so I did some digging into our local market here along the Emerald Coast. To be specific, I did Destin, Miramar Beach, and Sandestin because they feed into each other, and it's my main real estate market that I work. And this is what I found. While I did find that some houses are selling within 2 weeks, and when I say selling, I mean going under contract, not closing. I did find that some houses are selling within 2 weeks still. The price point that those houses are in is about $300,000 to $400,000. And for us in our market, we just don't have a lot of that price point. While it does pertain to us on some level, it's not our whole market selling within 2 weeks right now. The article also stated that we don't really have as much inventory as we think we do right now. And I agree. I think there is a false perception that we have so much more inventory on the market than we did even a year ago. When in reality, what we have is less sellers are actually listing their home, and those listings are definitely sitting there for longer for the most part. This is kind of taking us into a very confused market, or in my professional opinion, an undefined market. It's not a buyer's market, it's not a seller's market, and it's not a balanced market. Yes, some homes are selling very quickly and some homes are not. So let's just look at the data and kind of see which price points are selling quickly, which price points aren't selling quickly, which price points are the most popular, and where do we have the bulk of our listings right now. Just to kind of scratch the surface on this supposed 2-week time to contract. Right now in our market for this year, there are 2 houses in that price point out of 281 active listings. There are 3 pending out of 81 homes that are pending, and 9 that have sold this year out of 259 homes that have sold this year. So as you can see, we don't really have a strong market for that price point, and therefore we don't have a strong market for that 2 weeks to contract price point. But I will say, when those homes go on the market, they are going off like that. But let's look at some other data just on the market in general, just to kind of see where we're at. I'm gonna go over our popular price points and not so popular price points, and then we're gonna dig into the stuff that goes along with that. So I did Destin, Miramar Beach, and Sandestin. And if you're familiar with our area, they feed into each other. And again, like I said, that's my strongest, that's the market that I work the most, and that's why I'm going over these numbers. So right now we have, like I said, active listings, we have 2 in that $300,000 to $400,000 price point. We have 2 in the $400,000 to $450,000 price point, 6 from $450,000 to $500,000, 22 from $500,000 to $800,000, and 34 from that $800,000 to $1 million market. And then, wait for it, 215 listings over $1 million. So you can see we are in the higher price points, and those price points are sitting on the market a little longer. Now, for those higher price points, the active listings right now are sitting on the market at least 2.5 months, sometimes more than 3 months. And that's across the board on those higher price points. Once we hit that $500,000 mark, that 2-week time frame going to contract is just not there. I have taken some numbers from our local MLS to support what I'm talking about in this undefined market. So here we go. To date, we are down by 57% on the number of sold listings. We are still up on our median sales price, that's what it actually sells at, by 3.7%. We started the year at around 20.3%, got a little higher, and then started dipping down. So while things aren't selling for what they're listed at, then it shows me that the price point is still on trend going up. So we started the year at around 19%. Right now we're at 30 to 20% of a list price from last year. The number of new listings, this is the key moment. We are down almost 50% by the number of new listings. So we're down by sales, we're down by listings. The median sales price is still going up, but buyers are able to negotiate at this point on those sales price. We're not giving, all the buyers, not necessarily giving the sellers $100,000 over the confirmed appraisal of the contract. I'm going to throw these neat little graphs up just to kind of give you a really good indication of what has been happening in our market since the spring of 2021, which is when things really, I guess maybe more towards the end of the summer 2020, but then into the spring of 2021, they really just took off. So take a peek at these charts. It's just a quick kind of like, gives you a very clear picture. In the spring of 2020, you can see the number of listings. It has gone up and then gone down. Pricing trends have actively gone up. They stopped or as quickly as they were in the spring of 2022. However, they are still on an upward trend. Sale to list price is going down a little bit. You can see where it peaks there in the spring of 2022, and it's kind of coming back down this year. Days on market, this is a clear indicator that days on market has gone up for us. Months of inventory has gone up. Volume has gone down. So I love this graph that kind of shows you, it really paints a picture. And to be clear, when I talk about months of inventory, what that means is we would have a certain amount of inventory of homes for a month. So we would sell out of whatever we have in that month's time frame that it gives us. And when everything was going crazy in the past couple of years, we were not even at a month's worth of inventory at any given moment. So we had more listing, more sales, less inventory. Right now we have less inventory, less sales, and we have more months of inventory, but not that much. We've gone from a little less than a month to 2.5 months. And to give you a picture or an idea, 4 to 6 months is a balanced market. So anything under 4 months would typically be considered a seller's market, and anything over 6 months would typically be considered a buyer's market. Right now, like I said, I think we have a little bit of a confused market because some homes are still flying off the market. Right now, $1 million plus is our strongest market. So just to recap, we have less inventory, even though it appears that we have more inventory. The lower price points are still selling very quickly. We do have higher interest rates or mortgage rates. It is what it is. So that's why those lower price points are still selling quickly. It's people who want to get into a home and you have these raised mortgage rates and that's the price point they can get into. They're going for it. And on the other side of that, it is keeping those high mortgage rates are keeping buyers from purchasing right now because they want to get more for their money. And it's also keeping sellers from listing right now because they want to list their home at a certain price and buyers to be able to buy that home. It's like the buyer wants more for their money, the seller wants more for their money kind of thing. And these high mortgage rates are definitely having an effect on buyers and sellers right now. That is the market update for the summer of 2023. It's where we're at. I hope it's helpful. Definitely keep up with us on our YouTube channel. We go over real estate, we go over our local area, and we love sharing all the things we find with you.